Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Chris checking in with another video. How are you guys today? I'm not doing very well because Germany is going into another lockdown, unfortunately. It's actually quite crazy. We just came out of the lockdown. I'm still quite not adjusted to being outside past 9 p.m. But unfortunately, we're going back into lockdown. I was supposed to get my Impfung, my first Impfung, but that was canceled also. I was literally supposed to get it last Friday, but it was canceled because we can't be assured that it's safe at the moment. I was told that I can reschedule, but at this moment I'm kind of skeptical about this vaccine. What do you guys think about it? Maybe I'll talk about that in another video, because in this video we're going to talk about German classes and how I went about choosing my favorite schools here in Germany. So as you guys know, I've been studying German for about 2 years now. I had three classes actually. One at the Deutsche Academy here in Munich, and the other one at the Folkloreschule. I can never pronounce this word. Folkloreschule. There we go, there we go. So I had two at the Folkloreschule. Every time I say that so fast, it's just such a problem for me. Anyway guys, so I have a bunch of notes written down here, so don't mind me if I look down. So basically I'm gonna start. But this video is gonna be useful for those that are planning to move to Germany soon, and particularly here in Munich. And also this video is interesting for those who already speak fluent German, or perhaps who are native German speakers who just want to know what it's like for foreigners learning your language in your country, right? I think that's really interesting. So I want to talk about what it's like, and perhaps maybe some German speakers here, or maybe people who have already taken German courses, can add on to this list later on. Let's get started. Okay guys, so the first one that I have here is Deutsche Academy. So I've written the pros and cons. So one of the pros of being at the Deutsche Academy is that it's very centrally located. It's located in Karlsplatz, which is not far from Marienplatz and Hauptbahnhof. So it's centrally located. You have a lot of good food around there. So for example, those that are just fresh off the flight or boat or wherever you're coming from, here in Munich, if you can't find a job during the first 90 days while you're here, during your break, you could definitely go and get some really good food. It's really good. Yeah, it's centrally located, easy to get to from work, everything. Another pro that I have here is that they have a very flexible schedule, and they take into consideration that people that are taking their courses are usually working. So if you are someone that needs to take evening courses, there's an option for you. If you're someone that needs to take extremely intensive courses, this is an option for you. One of the cons that I wrote here is that the teachers are not always friendly or serious when it comes to language acquisition. So in my experience, I've only taken one course at the Deutsche Academy, and I decided not to take another one again because this was rather problematic for me. I feel that the teachers in many ways, they're just, I don't think they take, well, my teacher, I guess. I don't want to speak for all the teachers, but I've heard this from a lot of people actually. The teachers are just there to, to collect a paycheck sometimes, and for some people that's okay. For some people that really are just like, hey, I don't care about the teacher's personality, whatever, she's doing her job, then this is okay for you. But for me, I'm a very interactive learner. Sometimes, especially when I'm learning a language that is hard as German, I really would hope that the teacher would be more interactive and more, embracive, and for example, maybe stay after class for some questions or something. But this is again, like from an American perspective, I think every student would have that, hope from the teacher that after class, the teacher would stay for about 10-15 minutes so that we can talk to the teacher, just to talk about resources, how to get involved in Munich and such. And I just think that this is a very business type of school, and that's my second point, which is I think it's service-based. If anyone that has taken classes at the Deutsche Academy understands how much this is a service-based type of school. I feel that sometimes the Deutsche Academy focus so much on that, like making sure that I enjoy my experience, that they're not really focusing on my actual experience. So the teacher's a part of it, right? I guess German itself, the language, and putting it into real life here in Munich is something that I think that the Deutsche Academy can improve on. So for me, I thought that it would be wise to spend my money elsewhere, because courses at the Deutsche Academy are not cheap. They range from 250 to up to sometimes 350 euros. And if I'm gonna spend 3 months of my time every single day, or perhaps 3 times out of the week, to be present in a course, I would hope that the teachers could be, one, more interactive and have more time for the students, so that those that are very serious about getting integrated into the society, that we can use the teacher, for example, as a direct connection into like sub-Munich culture. Because I'm not going to stereotype, but I do think it's difficult to communicate with people here in Munich, because traditionally speaking, people from Bavaria are more conservative as people in than people in, for example, in Berlin or Cologne. And I think this is really important. I came to Munich knowing nobody, literally nobody besides my partner. And I was hoping that the teacher would be like, hey, okay, guys, like, I'm your first German teacher. It was my first German class. This is the world. You guys go through Germany through me. That wasn't the case. Maybe I'm expecting too much from my teacher, but I mean, I was really, really hoping for that. And that brings me to the next school. Well, my favorite school, actually. And this one is the Folkloreschule. The reason why I like this institution is because they are literally all over the city. This Folkloreschule literally has branches all over. I think it's a school where you can learn multiple languages, not just German. You can learn what's it called? Sorry, I just actually spoke German thinking about it. You can learn Swedish, you can learn Hollandish. Goodness, I'm mixing English and German now. Goodness, that's a good sign though, okay? You can learn Dutch, you can learn Chinese, you can learn Spanish, you can learn Italian. It's a lot you can learn. So those that are language enthusiasts, I think the Folkloreschule is your best bet. I also wrote here that I think the teachers are more motivated to learn German. I lucked out. I had a really awesome professor. He is currently pursuing his PhD in history, and he knows the German language like the back of his hand, you know. And I also had another professor who was originally from Slovakia, I think, but she was very, you know, enthusiastic, and she was very jubilant when it came to teaching. And I actually loved it. I mean, for me, that was enough for me to say that I'm going to stick around. You know, I had 2 excellent experiences. You know, and I'm actually going to sign up for another course at the school later on in the future because I had such a great experience. Because I do think that, you know, the teachers are more motivated. I think perhaps even they maybe have more qualifications, or maybe they just care more about German and care more about language acquisition. I really appreciated that. The only con that I can say about this school, and it's going to sound totally biased because it's just 100% based on the fact that I came to Germany at a really bad time. I got here, and 6 months later, Corona, right? So right now, in terms of German courses here in Munich, you have to take all your courses online at this moment. But that's a good thing for people that are not in Germany, because you can actually sign up for courses here at the Folkloreschule and take courses and have a German teacher teach you directly. It's expensive. The courses are about 325 euros, you know, 3 times a week for a standard Deutsch course and during the evening. But I think it's totally worth it. So I literally have no cons with the Folkloreschule. I had a few issues with the professor the first time I took the course, and I sent an email to the school, and they're very responsive. They really care. You know, if something happens, for example, if a professor is missing for a day, they automatically refund you the money. I just had an amazing experience with the school, and I strongly encourage those who are considering moving to Munich soon, post-corona, when the borders do open, try to get to know Germany through a German course. If you are already in Kurzarbeit, for example, or if you're not necessarily working, sign up for a course here online. You can network. It's a perfect opportunity for you. You know, both schools are okay, but my personal favorite, as I said, is the Folkloreschule. And I will be continue taking courses there. As I said, these are my top 2 schools, and it's 100% biased based off my experience. I'm someone who has really high expectations when it comes to learning languages, and that's probably why I've been able to learn in such a quick time, you know, time zone frame or whatever. It's because I really had, one, the diligence that I needed to learn, and also I had really, really, really good teachers. And I think the methodology that they use in the Folkloreschule is really good. The books are good, the classes are interactive, even the online courses. I was really reluctant to taking online courses, and I'm doing it now, and I loved it. I loved it. One cool thing for those that are coming to Germany in the future is don't worry about how expensive the courses are. I know 325 euros is a lot to give out, but hey, you can report them on your taxes, and I think you get about, I don't know, 200 euros or something. That's how much I got this year. So I'm like, why not? Germany is literally paying you to learn their language and get integrated into the society. I think that is beautiful and I love it and I'm taking advantage of it. Also, a lot of employers here pay you to learn German. So I really do appreciate that about Germany, that it's a country where people who are Ausländers here in Germany, there's a lot of investment in you to get integrated, to learn the language. Take advantage of it. I think it's amazing. It's a good way for you to understand Germany and learn Germany. My professor in my last course even told me, because I honestly, to be quite honest with you, I had a stereotype about Germans. I always thought they were kind of like this. You know, even when they speak to you and they were happy, their face is kind of like this. And you can see in my video, I'm like, woo! Like I'm really like American and crazy and like, whoa, hi, right? This is how I communicate with people. But German's like, ja, alles gut, sehr gut. I'm like, yeah, so I thought it was a bit serious. And then my professor even said, Chris, don't focus so much on the intonation. Actually, that's really polite for us. So to have a teacher that can tell you directly, hey, I know you're from a different country, but I'm gonna teach you how to understand the tone and the intonation so that you can find politeness within. That is beautiful. Like, what teachers teach you that, right? I got all this education from the Folkloreschule, so I feel less offended when I'm interacting with people in Germany. And like I said, I had a beautiful experience. Out of the two schools, pick the Folkloreschule. Sorry, Deutsche Academy. Yeah, so guys, I hope you like this video. This is not to throw shade at anybody. I'm just being 100% honest on this channel. I like to be open and honest, and I do reviews on society. I do reviews on German courses here, and I live in Germany now for about, I've been here for about 2 years. And I am speaking so much German recently that I'm actually, my English is getting worse. Because you guys, honestly, English is my weak language now, because during the day I speak 8 hours of French, 8 hours of German at work, and I almost never speak English unless I'm doing YouTube videos, so please forgive me if I make grammatical errors. Yeah, I'm very, very conscientious and insecure about it right now, but I'm reading more and it's getting back, but that's a good sign though. I'm focusing on Germany, I'm taking in the language, taking in the culture, I'm happy to be here, and I just wanted to make this video to share with people that are kind of confused about how to pick schools. I was able to acquire a B2 level fluency in about a year, and I think the Folkloreschule did justice in terms of acquiring the school, and I am going to continue investing into this school because I think they did it, they really helped me, and I love my teachers, I love my classmates, I even love the online modules. It's tiring AF because you're literally in class for 3 hours a day, 3 times a week after work. So sometimes you have about 50-hour weeks, but the investment that you are putting in your German in the school is good. And as I said earlier, you're gonna get it back for your taxes when you do file, if you do live in Germany. So consider these 2 schools and let me know what you guys think. Germans, what is your opinion? Of course, you're probably watching this video like, oh, I'm not learning German, but what do you think? Do you know of any schools? Have you ever thought about, for example, what it's like to learn German in Germany? I'm curious what you guys think about it. Have you ever thought about how, I guess, welcoming Germany is in that regard towards foreigners and how they really try their best to integrate people in the society through language courses or, for example, society courses that are all free or can be free or close to free, right? Because you're getting support from the government and also you can, get a deduction on your taxes. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this video, okay? Comment, like, subscribe, share this video if you care. If you have questions about, the courses, please feel free to write them below. I'm more than happy to answer them for you. And yes, I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Thank you so much for watching. Tschüss.